I just got a note from the YouTube machine letting me know that there are different kinds of mods now. You can do different kinds of things. Good to know, YouTube. I already got a track loaded here, 2 tracks in fact. Both of them are bootlegs. And it is Wednesday. Today's stream topic is about, well, at least the way I titled it is MeltMore danced with love and luck. Yeah. Yeah. There's a quail sitting in that tree. I feel lucky for having him stare over me like that. See that little quail? There's a quail. Got trees and flowers in the background. Got music on the ready.
Hey, hey! The representative from California has the floor. Coming down like an Armageddon flame. A shame, the ones who died without a name. All the times howling out of key to a hymn called faith and misery. Bleed the company lost the war again. Hey, hey, hey. Sound of the falling rain, coming down like an Armageddon flame. A shame, the ones who died without a name. Every tongue howling out of key to a hymn called faith and misery. And plead the company lost the war again. On holiday.
I'm here on time today. You are so loved for being here, dear friends. We have one more after this one. It's gonna be bootleggy. Alright? I used to listen to this music as a teenager. Makes me happy still. Hey Lace. It's nice having you here again, friend. I'm definitely gonna dance like that when I come to the States. Absolutely. I might have to do it in a basement, but I'm definitely gonna be dancing. To a hymn called faith and misery. Coming down like an Armageddon flame. The ones who died without a name. Yeah, the tongue's howling out of key to a hymn called faith and misery. I believe the company lost the war again. Armageddon flame. The ones
to die without an end. Hey! Without a key to end all faith and misery. The company lost the war at hand. Hey!
Oh my goodness. Brittany, you sending love? Bless you. Soon. Real soon, nice. Hey Darren. Nice having you here, friend. It's dance day. We're doing bootlegs.
Feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. Don't know what you're expecting of me, but under the pressure of walking in your shoes. Every step that I take is another mistake to you. I've become so numb, I can't. Tired of being what you want me to be, feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. Don't know what you're expecting of me, but under the pressure of walking in your shoes. Every step that I take is another mistake to you. I've become so I've become so
What year is this? Yeah. Get bootlegged. Where's that? I don't like you dancing, but I will watch it. That's okay. I won't dance forever. I will dance forever, but not in this stream. Wow. We've only danced the 2 tracks so far though. We'll do one more. Nah. One more drop. Just one more drop. Back again. There we go.
And every second I waste is more than I can take. I've become so I've become so I've become so I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. I've become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming less what to do. It's been more like me, and it's less like you. Can't you see that you're smiling me? Holding too tightly, afraid to lose control. Cause everything that you thought I would be is falling apart right in front of you.
Getting that grounding in, right, Darren? Straight to the ground. I can't take.
I can't
Oh, thank you. That's also technically a bootleg. But that's not the one I want to listen to next. I need to catch my breath. Yeah, I'm up to 160. 160 ppm. I'm grateful. You're laughing at me, bro. This one. I feel it has a little bit more of a melodic take to it. Whew. I'm gonna dance a little bit slower this time. I need to catch my breath. Happy hump day, folks. So much love to all of you friends. Bro, definitely danced like a teenager, white girl. Nice. Extra youth. Flow with through me. I'll take that. Wednesdays, you know, Adam. Okay. This is my mom's again. It's nice having you here. my heart wants me to relax. Hello, my friend. Love the moves, by the way. Thank you, Linda. Bare dank je. Elke woensdag dans ons. And Wednesdays we dance. It's been a pattern unbroken for a while. It started as like a Wednesdays thing when I set up my Patreon. Said that I'll do a thank you stream every Wednesday. I've been saying thank you ever since. Love Wednesday, yeah. Little Saturday, right? Hey, that bottle is still kind of open. Yeah, I am participating. Sam, can I be a mod? Oh, Linda, dear friend, it'll take a little bit of time for you to gain that amount of trust. It's not that you have seemed untrustworthy, of course. It's just a matter of responsibilities. With great power comes great responsibility. And it's good to know. Hey. All right. Your legs have been shortened successfully. Oh. I'm trying to boost my VO2 max. Are my messages going through, yes or no? Nope. I'm not seeing them. By the way, Sam, my name is actually Angelina. That's true. You told us yesterday. Linda is your mom's name. Is that right? I'm really hot right now. Like, it's kind of uncomfortable. Universe, love and luck. Uh-oh, I'm so excited to talk about this shit now. What led you to picking this for today's topic? A lot of frequency thinking, dear Sam. Thinking about frequencies. And specifically thinking about the evolution of our species, right? That the frequency underlying all of this is the frequency of love. But there is something that feels like luck, right? It's almost like the more you lean towards love of your own life, love of the moment you're in, all right? Today's dance. I really do love dancing. I am more than willing to admit that it might be cringeworthy, all right? Maybe a lot in that case. But at the same time, the fact that I love it means that I'll continue to do it. And it just so happens that a study recently got released where people were querying, centenarians, like the people that live to incredible ages. And one of the outlier things that all of them reported is that they continue to dance. They continue to dance, right? They love dancing and they continue to do so. And then we can consider those people lucky. Oh, they're so lucky. They get to live 100 years and they're still healthy at that age. How lucky? Is it luck? Is it luck? Or is it this willingness to do the things that you love, right? Realizing that there is something to love in dancing. I know that it's something kind of strange. Not many people think they can dance, know that they can dance. I have taught people how to dance. I have taught a guy, multiple guys actually, in like bar environments where they'll be standing stiff and I'll be dancing the way that I do, the way you friends know me to. And they will come up to me and ask me, how are you so comfortable doing that? Maybe it's because of the cringeworthiness of it, right? They're like, how are you just doing that? I'm like, all I'm doing is matching my steps to the beats, right? And I've gotten these guys into just like stepping on the beat. Boo, 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 boo. And like seeing the smiles, just like, wow, this is actually kind of fun. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's like Dance Dance Revolution. It's like playing a dancing game, but it's in real life, right? And that's why I like Cytron specifically, because it gives me such varying beat variations and sounds and melodies that I get to move myself to, right? It gives me opportunities to do new dance moves. Instead of just getting into a dance move and repeating it, I have to keep switching it up because the music is changing. Keep doing it, although I would recommend avoiding doing it on tables. No, I don't dance on tables ever. I actually have like great disdain. I've seen people dance on tables, and the way it makes me feel is this genuine sense of like, and also, yeah, I only dance naked when I'm alone. Thanks. I don't know, calling those dance moves kind of sus. I mean, love is true, isn't that the crux of it, dear Dream Tooth? Do you dance? Let me ask that question instead. Are you a dancer, Dream Tooth? Let me know. I'm not in charge of decisions, dear Linda, but I like your enthusiasm. Always, but sometimes that's cool. No, not just yet. Universal love and luck. Bless again. How are you feeling about it, Sam? I'm curious what's on your mind when you think about that topic. Must have been out. It's nice to meet you. MeltMore is a smart ass sometimes. Yeah, I kind of lean into the smart assedness, especially if I feel a little bit challenged. Right? Suddenly there's a little bit of smart ass that arises. It's like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh, smart ass back though. I can usually detect some smart assedness on the other side. That luck is dependent on a system to grant for us to even that luck is dependent on a system to grant for us to even concept even the concept of it is a pet theory of mine. Nothing exists by chance. We're just too stupid to understand a lot of things. Okay, I mean, that's kind of what I was getting at in a way, right, Sam? Me talking about how just recently I found out the information that dance seems to be a common trait of people that live a very long time, all right? And again, some people would call you lucky. If you tell them, oh, I'm 100 years old and I feel great, they'd say, wow, you're so lucky, all right? However, again, they don't understand the grandness of all of the movement of you taking care of yourself, sleeping well, eating good food, continuing to dance, all right? So they call it luck when it is, in fact, doing the things that your body loves, all right? Love is true always, after all. The images in my mind can't, in my right now, never be cleansed. That is your problem, isn't it? Isn't it, Lace? The fact that you are exposing yourself to an idea that doesn't seem to serve. I think it's a matter of almost like getting beaten a little bit to a pulp when it comes to our own minds. Especially if it comes to things that, as you say, our minds can never be cleansed of. If your mind can never be cleansed of it, then the only thing that there is for you to do is to make peace with it. Isn't that right? to make peace with it, and specifically to find yourself love worthy on the other side still. That's your work to do, Lace. Can't do it for you. Do you know K-pop demon hunters? Why would you say that, Angelina? Because it just so happens that I've been thinking about K-pop demon hunters as I was dancing today. Literally, as I was dancing, I was thinking about K-pop demon hunters. That's so odd. And I haven't watched that movie in like what, like 4 weeks now. Well, the last like I watched it and 4 weeks have passed. And then just today, I spent some time thinking about it. And then you ask, synchronicities? Yeah, I seen it. Melt says it all. Press your look is true, only if, only if indeed, only if indeed. Worky, lurky, love you, light bearers. We love you, Xiao. It's nice having you here with us too. Can you dance to Golden? I absolutely refuse. Angelina, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have danced to K-pop before. Full disclosure. I have actually on stream. However, the reason I was thinking about K-pop demon hunters is because I saw a video of a manager forcing his employees to sit in a meeting room while he played, I think it was Golden. I think it was Golden to the employees to motivate them for their workday. And I died inside watching that. And a part of me was like, I can see myself in that soul. It's still me. So I was thinking about that while dancing today. I was like, yeah. Cringe is one of those things that exists. However, what's good for me, right? Like watching someone do squats can be pretty cringeworthy if you just had to like sit by and watch it. Right? The closer they get, the more cringeworthy it would get technically as well, right? Watching someone do squats out in the distance, you can be like, oh, that's kind of weird. Watching them do squats right next to you, right? You're sitting down and they're doing like squats, almost touching your body with the squats they're doing. It's like, oh, please, this is, that's what I'm putting down. I think Sam sent some more fractals. I'm definitely love worthy, absolutely, dear friend. Keep reminding yourself of that. Love is true. That's like the key theme to almost like echo in your mind. And that if luck isn't simply random, then it means it comes about when certain conditions are met. There are a lot of religions with things to say on luck, but I haven't read anything that rings as true to me. I like that, Sam. There's like easy quotes to reminisce on. Like, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. That one rings kind of true to me, where I'm like, okay, I have spent my time preparing, right? Gaining new skills, learning the lessons of life, and then an opportunity arises, and then I have the skills. I've learned the lessons in order to participate, to take the opportunity I'm given, right? And then that can bring me luck. Luck seen as wealth or more opportunities or meeting a person to love or add your thing here. Keep pressing buttons if that makes your soul happy. I will do that, Dreamtooth. It's interesting you say that as well. I had a conversation with my mom and my sister on Sunday night about that version of me that wants to press buttons. And how there is something in a child that makes them want to press buttons and see something happen, right? It's a satisfying thing. So I will. Thank you, Dreamtooth. Buttons. There exists many buttons inside yourself, in your body, inside your brain, inside the way you use your language, inside the stories you tell yourself. We can press buttons. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Sounds like something said by somebody who calls them unskilled laborers. to justify poverty wages. Holy shit. I mean, again, right? Like, there is a certain level of help that I've gotten, right? And being able to do this stream. But I had to do a lot of preparation and almost like stumble into things that I would consider opportunities, right? There is a certain element of luck even in finding the opportunity, right? And then there is a certain level of making more luck from that point on forward. And even if you luck upon an opportunity, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to continue begetting more luck for you. So I hear what you're saying, Sam. I'm not in disagreement. I'm going to respectfully disagree, Meltmore, about your squats sentiment. Lace, I'm not wrong. If I start doing squats right now, right, my ass missing the camera by this much every time, you're gonna be like, this is suddenly awkward. This is suddenly kind of cringe. I need to do something else. Right. And then I was like kind of relating that to layers, layers of cringe. Right. Yes, it would be good for me to do squats, but this is not the exact environment for me to do so. And it would be a little bit cringe if I started to do so. That's all I was saying. And I was trying to relate that to dancing in a way, while at the same time acknowledging that at least dance is good for me and could be, at least in my personal opinion, a little bit more entertaining than squatting. I stand my sentiments again, Lace. Sudden squats on camera would be all it would take to get the Napoleon Dynamite joke started. Mel to do some squats. No, no, no. Oppositional defiance is kicking in. Actually, I actually was doing some squats today. I did do squats. I don't think I've done enough yet. I've only done like 20. I just danced a fair bit. That was nice. No, I would love that. I'll finally sub to your channel. Now you're just making it weird, Lace. Please, please, please have some mercy on my third eye. I'm gonna have to suffer not being able to unsee the things that you're showing me. Oh, is this your revenge? Is this what's happening? Are you taking revenge right now? That's mean. Oh, that's so mean, dude. What did I do? I'm a good guy. I'm such a nice guy. Oh. I'm just my mind, please. Oh, my poor brain. I need to channel myself into something else. Birds. Oh, I like birds. Yeah, birds are cool. Little freaking dinosaurs just chirping and hopping around. I had a whole moment yesterday practicing yoga while I was looking up at the final few cycles of my practice, where this bird was just sitting on a little branch, holding a little feather in his mouth. And like sitting there on a little feather. I'm serious for like 3 minutes, just chilling. Felt like it was watching me. It was very cute. I was imagining if it was thinking something. Was it thinking something about the fact that it was holding a feather in its mouth? The way I would if I was holding like a lock of my hair or like a bunch of nail clippings. You know? You know, oh no. I was trying to know, okay? Like, yes. Oh, Burby. Burby is doing something. Burby must have complex thoughts, surely. I have definitely had things that seem to fail in place, that seem to fall in place. Even noticed it and was like, that's interesting. Thank you for sharing that, Darren. It does have a little bit of an element like that, right? Like, again, there is love between me and Jovan, but there is a certain level of luck that I feel in the way that this dance is unfolding, right? The way reality has played music for me to step forward, right? Darren, this world is not a place where we get what we deserve, but sometimes, to the very good, it can be. It's wholesome. I'm hoping, I'm trusting that the universe has already shown me love, right? I'll happily corrupt your mind. My mind is uncorruptible. You can't corrupt what has already been corrupted, right? Like I corrupted myself at a very young age, right? At least according to my society. Around the age of 12, 13, I started reading literature that wasn't Christian, to say it in so many words, right? It was a little bit outside of the norm, especially the one that I exist in. And that made me stop believing, right? And I was considered corrupted by my teachers and peers. Oh no, he's been lost. He's lost to the to the atheisms. You know, he's irretrievable. And then I stopped believing in atheism. Interesting that I would say it that way. I stopped believing that there was nothing to believe in, right? And it became a matter of having to rebuild myself, right? So in that way, it's almost like that's why I'm not scared of having my mind read, right? Because the things in my mind are only as dark as things have been, you know, if that makes any sense. There's no more darkness in me than there is in everything and everyone else. And in that way, there's no insecurity in me, right? I do try and maintain what I participate with inside of my mind. And in that way, some things will perturb me more than others. However, I don't linger forever. I might come back and linger a little bit again later, but in that second lingering and then the third lingering, the lingering gets shorter and shorter. And at some point, you cease to hold on to it. I'm trying to think about that from the perspective of love and luck. If you're lucky enough, and that seems to be one of the ways that the human mind works, you'll forget all the bad stuff. You should throw your nail clippings away. Personal hygiene 101 in agreement. Both of us are. That's wholesome. Yeah. Don't get used to that. I will. I will get used to it and be shocked every time it's not wholesome. I try to maintain what I participate inside of my mind. Also, a million times, it never did anything for me. Uh, it depends on what it is you're struggling with. Hoopty hoops, right? And it depends on how it is you're struggling, right? Not everybody has the same mind, thank goodness. Not everybody is going to be able to apply the same lessons that have worked for the next person. Each and every single one of us is a genetic outlier, you know, a neurodiverse person as well. Living in an age where we have more stressors and more informational inputs than ever before. And depending on how you're processing that information, right, the way you're using stress. There's a new Kurzgesagt video about stress. Very good one. Highly recommend. I love Kurzgesagt's content in general, but that video on stress was very impressive too. Just reminding ourselves that we are very powerful individuals, and if we're not aware, or at the very least taking care of ourselves, then we'll use that power to our own detriment, beating ourselves to a pulp. And that wouldn't be very loving of you, would it? No. Nobody would call you lucky if you did that to yourself. And that is the sentiment of today's stream. And that's the sentiment of controlling your inner thought as well, I believe. Look at you, now famous YouTuber living in his mom's blouse. You turned pretty decent human being, if I say so myself. Thank you. How long have you been tuning in? Lacerations hidden behind lace. How long have you been tuning in? It's given you some time to see me, I guess. And I plan on continuing to evolve and by that sentiment probably change. There is still a lot more growth ahead of me. And I look forward to it. Right? I hope that you do the same alongside me, Lace. Is that the way the mind works? I don't know the way the mind works. I'm just communicating my limited perspective, right? And maybe in that sentiment, you get to add your limited perspective. And with both of our limited perspectives, we'll have more. And that's what we do here, isn't it? We melt more. Melt my perspective with yours, melt yours with the next. And the more of us that come together and think as a collective, I do believe the easier it would be for us to solve our own problems. See where the gaps are, where people are falling through. MeltMore, may I please excuse myself for today? You can go and do something else, but you do have to leave my stream open on 17 different devices in your home. All right, have them all. You're your own person, dear friend. Be blessed with your journey. I'm not missing any of this fun stuff. I'm not missing any of the fun stuff. I don't know what that means, Hoopy. Are you only doing the stuff that's not fun right now? And is that more fulfilling or satisfying? And that's why you're not missing the fun stuff, as you say. We're not excusing you to vape and do graffiti in the restroom, Lace. Take a fucking seat. Too long, I wish I never discovered this YouTube channel. Yeah, that's the way it is, Lace. That's the way it is. I show up every single day. And if you find this YouTube channel, you suddenly have to be aware of a certain thing, right? And I think that's why, in some ways, some people don't appreciate it, right? And I've had people communicate that to me, where there is two different types of reactions to people seeing me do my daily live stream. Some people feel a sense of the words that have been used to me is not exactly shame, but like, oh, I'm wasting my days, right? I see you doing something every single day, and it makes me feel like I've wasted my days because I don't have something to show for it in the same way you do. And then I say to those people, usually, like, all I'm doing is showing up today, technically, all right? And all of us are doing that anyway. You're awake right now, you've shown up for today. And I can get why it might be a trip. I've seen the other side of it where that commitment is something to be appreciated by someone as well, where they actually see it as admirable, inspirational. But I think at this point, for me, it's just a matter of the word that has been shared with me by this community is accountability buddies. All right. You friends have become my accountability buddies. I feel accountable to you and to this space and to this stream, to this energy that we're showing up for, this willingness to consciously evolve. All right. And I like being accountable. I like showing up for it. I like being present here with you, friends. Many of us have real jobs, not sitting in the garden and talking about the universe. Yeah, Lace. And since starting to do these live streams, I have applied for many different jobs, right? To no avail. So I can stop doing my live streams while searching for jobs. Because again, I don't know if you know this statistic about my country, but 2/3, right? 2/3 of my age group, people under the age of 30, are unemployed in my country. 2/3, which means that the odds for me to get a job are very low, right? Because there are no new jobs really being created. In fact, we're actively losing industry. So there's jobs being lost. Hundreds of thousands of jobs just lost this year. All right. So that's the kind of world that I'm in. And for me to see that and feel dismayed, all right, do the whole song and dance of, being dismayed from the perspective to the point of even of like wanting to leave ultimately, right? That's the kind of sentiment that many men my age and in that situation kind of feel, right? Or the other side of it is continuing to do something that I find I can love doing every single day. And now when I leave, right, this country towards a place that has more job opportunities, that's the first thing that I'm going to start doing, right? So I'm going to start earning more of an income. That's important to me too. And it's not that I didn't want to do that. When I was given the opportunity to work for festivals, I did that work as well. However, certain brands only have festivals so many times, right, a year. The one brand that I have as a client does a festival once a year. So I get to work, right? I get to do like 2 weeks, 3 weeks worth of like hard work, but that's once a year. So does that make me lazy, or does it mean that that's the way the industry is right now? And again, the level of opportunities in my country are not as vast. And the established industry is in such a way where it's very difficult for you to get in because, again, there's only so much money to go around. So, yeah, I have a job. I have a child. Biggest job in the world. Most important one as well. Don't be afraid to walk with the eyes open. Sam, English is not my first language. Please bear with me, please. It's okay. Don't correct to assume I'm otherwise employmentless barred. Yeah, but you're correct to assume that is true. Before I depart, what time do you go live? 4 p.m. my time, usually. Sometimes I'll be at most like 10 minutes late. But yeah, 50 minutes ago, every day. What time? So whatever time it is for you right now, minus 50 minutes. And then that's the time. If you subbed, you'll get a notification every time. It's true. I'll suggest it at your clock for an exact time. Yeah. I'm sorry what's happening in your country, MeltMore. But if I may ask, because you're the color of your skin. Yeah, that is a part of it, right? I won't say that that's the only reason, right? Because in some places, being white can help you find a job, right? However, if you're trying to work for the government or you're trying to work for a big company that does work for the government, then it doesn't help, right? We have laws in place that limit the amount of white people allowed to be employed by a company more than 50 people to be to 7%. All right. And this might sound like I'm making something up. No, that's real. That's like signed into our laws. If a company has more than 50 employees, no more than 7% of those employees are allowed by law to be white. They'll get fined. All right. They'll have their business destroyed by fines if they try to hire more people like me, which is a shame, but I can cry about it, or I can do my own thing, which is what this country has expected of me. And as a result, I am here right now, and you are here with me in this moment. I'll only subscribe if MeltMore squats for me. It's never gonna happen. You don't want to get a yoga teacher started on squats, man. He'll just start preaching about hatha and breath work and get severely insufferable. Super insufferable. Yeah, it's true. Right. Doing warrior poses feels more like balance challenging than squats. Boom. Get insufferable. Okay, I'll be here to annoy you with my experience. Love is true. But for full disclosure, I'm also an insufferable preacher yoga teacher. Hello, fellow insufferable preacher yoga teachers. Are we here to talk about goddess pose? Yes. Yes. I'll do a goddess pose because that's close enough to a squat, but it's not actually a squat. Yes. I am now goddess. I am so grateful to have been here with you, friends. It's nice to have you here, Shao. I trust that you're just finished with your meeting. Sending you so much love. We've been having a conversation today about luck and love, right? No matter how much you would love a job here in South Africa, unfortunately, there are many people that are unlucky, all right? And there is a certain element to your environment that determines how lucky you can expect to get. However, and that's, I feel like, the sentiment I'm pulling from today's stream. If you can find yourself loving this experience despite your luck or lack thereof, I think that's going to be how you win. All right. That's how entities will consider you lucky. Right. Let's say a higher dimensional entity gets to meet you after you have lived your life and died. Morbid, I know. And they go, "What, bro? You lived on Earth and you enjoyed it? Lucky. That's lucky. All right." And again, because Earth brings with it a lot of suffering. So that higher dimensional entity would be like, "What? You enjoyed that? You found anything worth enjoying down there? Lucky. Wow, you're so lucky." All of us are. We need to believe that. Trust it in ourselves. Mm. Arms back into cactus. Pop. Titties and feel the energy. Goodness, Sam. Obviously, the ma'am and the legend MeltMore. I can't wait when you come to America to meet you. You live in America? Lace? I don't think we've ever gendered you. I wanted to say you live in America, man, and I was like, I don't know if it's a man. You live in Americas. Take care of yourself, Meltmore. I will. You do too. I don't know what impression I gave you, but I am, in fact, a lady. Sam, obviously, the ma'am. I think it was ma'am, not man. Nesquik, with a literal bottle of Nesquik. Hello. I have drank too much Nesquik in my lifetime. I do believe this, unfortunately. It's wild that Nesquik is a product. I think we probably will either change it beyond what it is right now or be absolutely appalled in the future that that is something that we used to consume a lot of. Hey, Brittany is here again. Me too. I love Nesquik. I really do enjoy Nesquik. But I don't think it's good for us. I don't think it's actually good for us. I don't think our body likes it. Sam, no doubt, that sassy is pure. Love is true. Me too. Yeah, what a trip. What a trip. We actually had like a whole thing where they discontinued the Nesquik products here in South Africa. I haven't drank it in years though, but as a kid I did. Oh yeah. So much. I used to steal what I thought was like stealing. You know, I would take a spoon of Nesquik and then put it in a plate. The pink flavor. The pink flavor. I enjoy the chocolate flavor, I really do, but the chocolate flavor is not as nice to eat on its own, right? So I would take a scoop of that pink, a teaspoon of that pink powder, and then I would go and hide behind the couch. And then I would lick my finger and then I would dip it in the and the pink sherbet or whatever, right? All sneaky like. Yeah. There's only so much of my sass that can be contained in under 200 characters. There's so much more cattiness that you guys are missing out on. Low bandwidth. Low bandwidth cattiness. What a shame. We could be having our whole ass faces scratched up. We could be dragging ourselves out of that whirlwind where the you just see claws flying, tufts of hair. But instead we have little lines of text. What a shame. uh, what a place. What a place we're in. This this moment. Hmm. Is my phone on its way to dead? No, it just seems to be dropping a little bit of its brightness. I feel it is time though, right? It's time for me to show you flower. Let's see. Let's see what today's, well, yesterday's looks like. Joe saw Molten Lights yesterday. I can't wait to see stuff like that. That's so bonkers. The fact that you can even like capture it on camera must mean it's like extra bright as well. So wired. Absolutely bobankerous. This is the flower we had yesterday. Nay. I've only seen something like that twice. Last night's lights were by far the brightest I have ever seen them. Oh my goodness. I'm getting like whelmed by layers of FOMO. Right, I guess the FOMO is over. I was just like missing out. Just missing. I'm so grateful that you sent me those photos, y'all. Like just even thinking about you seeing those things makes me feel a little bit warmer. I saw a shooting star through the light beam. I saw a shooting star shoot through the light beam. It was crazy. And that must be why I'm feeling so good. You must have wished the world a better place or something, Jean. I love you. Thank you for lending me your eyes to show you northern lights from Zhao, flowers from me. Now I'll read you a poem and say you a goodbye. You ready? Yesterday's stream topic was about being present. Psychedelic pizza. Mojo sees a psychedelic pizza and that. Very awesome sight to see. The closest I got was a super red sunset. I've had some of those as well, Darren. Like sunsets and sunrises are like some of the most beautiful natural events that I have seen as well. I had like I don't know if I was very vocal about it, but I did go out that night when there was supposed to be a bunch of little shooting stars, and I did see 15 that night, right? In the what was it, 2-ish, 3-ish hours that I was there. Might have been shorter, but I saw 15 of them. It was beautiful. Very awesome sight. So much love. All right. Staying here. There's the presence of the body, the rhythm of the breath, the hand that lifts the cup, the bite of something warm reminding you you're still here. Like psychedelic pizza. Mojo is here. Mojo sent a psychedelic pizza comment on the Patreon. I hope I didn't pocket block them, but I'll have a bite of psychedelic pizza. No, I hope so as well. You can still see them. Love is true. And then there's the presence of mind. The soft noticing of sunlight on your cheek. The pulse of life unfolding without demand. Most days we live halfway, half eating, half seeing, half dreaming of what's next. But the moment you remember, really remember, that this sip, this breath, this heartbeat is the only place eternity fits, you return. Not as a visitor, but as the host of time. This is the only place in which eternity fits. And you are a host to time. Right? Do the things of your time that you love. And if you can do that for your whole life, you would be considered very lucky. I'd like to believe so. Continue to dance to your friends. I look forward to dancing a lot with you, Zhao. I was thinking about, our Wednesday with me dancing with you when you were here. It really was cute to me. The very first time you were here, I was feeling a little bit shy to dance in front of you, but this time there was none of that in me, at least. Dancing is such a form of expression. Speaking the language of movement with your body, beat matching it with the external world. Thank you, friends, for showing up for love. May you be blessed with eternal luck. It was the safari hat of confidence, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Extra confident. It was also knowing that your love is true. I love you, Sal. I'll see you again soon. All right? Tomorrow. Mwah. Goodbye. Until we do it again, dear friends.